Good news today. So today I was going to actually build a computer, but I haven't got around to building it 'cause I'm going to build it tomorrow. So it's a little bit more intrusive. So basically more like a tutorial on how to build an extreme PC with using some wicked keyboards. Well, actually, just probably going to use one keyboard. So I think the video will be going way too long. So if I use a keyboard, mice, and a 240 hertz or at least 144 hertz for your ultimate gaming experience using what's in this box. It better be what I'm hoping it's meant to be. I do need to open it up. So yeah, I'm going to be using this graphics card because as you can see, there is an RX 2080 Ti in the background, but I'm not using that. I've already done a video on that. So what is going to be in this box, do you reckon, ladies and gentlemen? This is, I'm hoping it's the right thing. Yeah, RX 2060 graphics card. It freaking weighs a ton. So we're going to be building an extreme computer with this because technically we can play at 4K with it, but this is more like for 4K and with the RTX cores turned on. This one's more like a 2K version, or what's it called, 1440p version, so you can play 1440p and 1080p all at high frame rates per second. Technically, if you want to play every single game, you're going to have probably a little bit of a problem trying to play this at 4K with RTX on. RTX off, probably be okay, but this is going to be nice, and I wanted to go with this because it's nice and aesthetically pleasing. The build I'm going to be doing tomorrow is going to be an MPG and Z390 motherboard by MSI, so a lot lower end. Well, it's about 3 down from the MSI godlike motherboard Z390, which is proper crazy. You're going to use the 970 Evo by Samsung, 2 Toshiba NVMe, so they're all going to be NVMe's in there. ASUS for power supply. I think it's it's 850 watt power supply with the readings when you're overclocking and stuff like that. And then we're going to use the DEEPCOOL water cooling unit, which is the Gamer Storm version, Castle 240 RGB. And then we're going to use 32 gigabytes of 4000 something RAM. I can't remember how much I went to. 4266 megahertz, 32 gigabytes of DDR4 Trident Z RAM by G-Skill. And we are not obviously using the RTX 2080 Ti, but we're going to be using the 9900K, and we're going to be playing around with that, and then obviously NZXT H500K because I love that. So the whole thing's to do with all being really aesthetically pleasing, and it's going to be awesome. But this video is right now, today, because I wouldn't have enough time to do what I want to do, because tomorrow is going to be obviously showing you how to build an extreme computer, what you should use with it to obviously get the highest frame rates per second and obviously get a really nice pleasurable game experience, but also what keyboard you should be using and mice, considering like Ninja, Tofu and all those sort of people, or all professional esports players, what like keyboards and like mice do they use and what monitors they use to be able to do this sort of stuff, what kind of computers they use. That's kind of what I'm doing. So if you want to get that sort of thing, you can get that going, no problem, in tomorrow's video. But today it's all about the RTX 2060, so I'm going to get this out and show you this graphics card. The reason why I went for this graphics card is because it looks aesthetically pleasing compared to any other the new graphics cards that are coming out with the RTX 2060 range. They all just look a bit too what's it called, like what I'm doing to this box. It looks like I'm really damaging the box. I do realise that, but I'm not trying to. So here we go, let's do the reveal. It's this way around. GeForce RTX 2060. Wow, look how small you are, baby. Oh my god, this graphics card weighs a freaking ton. It really does got a heft to it. So, okay, let me get this out the little bag. Oh, that is nice. I don't know, I can't get this graphics card out. Oh, there we go. Alright, so there we have it. The RTX 2060. This graphic card weighs as much as the 2080 Ti, which was £1,500. This is only £329.99, but I don't think you can get them at the moment because they're sold out everywhere. But you can get like RTX 2060 normal graphics cards by third parties, so like a Gigabyte, ASUS, Zotac, all those sort of people. We'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to go and purchase a graphics card, because this is why this video is this is what this video is about. It's about, is it worth me buying or like building a computer in 2019 right now in January? Yes, because of the RTX 2060. It's an improvement from the 1060 graphics card, but it's also an improvement near enough to the 1070 Ti, because this is what this can beat. This RTX 2060, what I've got in my hand, can beat a 1070 Ti or GTX 1070 Ti. It also can be a 1070, it can be a 1060, and it can be a 1060 Ti if they've got one. I'm sure they do, because they've got like about 10 different versions of it. And it could be a 1050 and a 1050 Ti. That's the range it is. Now, this is without overclocking it. So if I overclock it, then I could definitely be in a range of maybe touching a couple of games in 1080 with a lower end 1080 graphics card. But other than that, this is a secret weapon right now. So if you want to get this, buy this at £329. It's definitely worth buying and building a computer now in 2019, because technically RAM prices have gone down in price. So get one of them, get an NVMe that's just quick enough to do your boot times on your actual motherboard, in your build. Get an NVMe that is great. No, how can I say this? Get an NVMe because it's a cheaper price right now. Even though right now as well, I'm going to be using Toshiba. These are 240 gigabytes. This is NVMe. People getting it mixed up with SSD. It's actually an NVMe drive. So it's literally top of the range for a budget price. Really solid. You can update and do your little firmware drivers up there to make sure it's pretty like quick and stuff. So you imagine buying a 2060, RTX 2060, which kills off on so many graphics cards right now. Even could beat like the AMD graphics cards right now. It's not really worth buying the AMD 7 that's going to be coming out at £600-700. It's going to be too expensive. But if you go with AMD's lower end, like a 580 or a 570 or 560, maybe a 580, 590, go with those sort of graphics cards if you want sort of like the sort of performance of this. But I'm obviously going a little bit more extreme, because I'm going to use a 9900K, because I'm going to be overclocking and I want the fastest CPU to be able to test this without any bottlenecking. So that's what we've done. But also this is aesthetically pleasing against black, silver, champagne colours like rose gold or silver or anything like that. It just looks really nice. Look at the back of it. RTX 2060 with a nice back plate on it. Then it's got display port, 2 display ports even, HDMI and a Type-C connector and a DVI sub as well on the back. It breathes really nice, it looks like at the top. Don't know whether this goes up green like everything else does on their other graphics card, but you can tell that they haven't mucked about with this. They've really like made this very high quality. It's an 8-pin PCI connector on the side there for the graphics card. There's nothing else that says that it can attach to have dual graphics cards going, but why would you want to do that? You would rather do it with an RTX 2080 or 2080 Ti, maybe even a 1070 Ti as well, a 2070 Ti I mean. It's got nice breathable fins. It just screams quality to me. It's really thick, metal plated and stuff like that. It just looks nice. The fans look really nice. It just looks like such a better design than other Nvidia's graphics cards. Every time they bring out a new graphics card that had a different shroud over the front, it was like amazing, but this is far the best. And we're in 2019 now, and this is awesome. I love it. I think it's sick. It is just so nice. It's got a black shield at the back as well, just to go with aesthetics if you're using a black case, which we're going to be doing. And Nvidia have done us proud with this one. They really have, because this is definitely between the 2070 and obviously what we got before that. So we've got 2080 Ti, 2070, yeah, 2080. That's okay. The price is not too bad, but everything that comes out, if you want more performance at this high level, you're going to have to pay a little bit more money. But this, at £329, please do not opt and go for one that's like 400 or like 430 or whatever in price, because what you're going to be doing is that you're going to be like kicking yourself, because you might as well go for the RX 2070. So if you're going to get an RX 2060, go for the lowest price, because there's not much headroom unless you're going to overclock it and you know what you're doing. But yeah, as I said, this is the right time to actually build a computer right now. RTX 2060 NVMe, that's really small for your boot drive. You could probably get a mechanical hard drive as well for like £30–40, and you can install your games on there, or pictures, all your data, and then you can transfer it straight to the NVMe and just get a decent motherboard, because the motherboards right now at a decent price, a decent case, you can get one for like £99.99. That's like £100. That's nothing like a power supply. You get loads of different power supplies, like Be Quiet power supplies, or Sonic power supplies. Something really solid, but something that would last. EVGA power supplies, you can get for them for like £30–40. So you're not skimping out on the power supply like back in the day. If you skimped on the power supply, you literally could kill you off your computer. So you're not doing that anymore. So you can go with it. I'll leave all the links in the description down below for all this stuff anyway. Some RAM, as I said, RAM price has gone down. 8GB would be sufficient with this. Technically, you would want 16GB. Rather in 2019, it would be better with 16GB. But if you only could afford like one stick of RAM, then go with 8GB, and it will get you going, and then you can upgrade afterwards down the line. But this is the best time to actually build a computer, is right now. Cheap power supply, cheap graphics card, £329.99. Cheap motherboards that you can go with for the entry level. Cheap CPUs, which you can literally use a Core i5. You can use a Core i3 with this. Technically, if you're going to be doing anything else like video editing or photos and everything like that, then obviously opt for a more stronger CPU. But for gaming, you got yourself covered. So if you, to be honest, you follow this build, it's going to be, I don't really like doing really cheap computers, because technically I like to do things that are separated from the market. But this graphics card's caught my eye. I wouldn't really do a review on this normally, but this is a great time to build a computer. RX 2060, get that graphics card, get a cheap power supply that's 30–40 quid, get a case that's 99.99, get an NVMe that you can get for probably about 60 quid. RAM as well, you can get that for probably about £60–70. What else do you need? You get a mechanical hard drive, £30–40, and then literally you got your computer. Oh yeah, water cooling, AIO. Corsair doing really good deals at the moment with their AIO coolers. Don't go with ASUS's water coolers, they're really too expensive. Go with, I think DEEPCOOL is a bit expensive as well. I would go with a CP air cooler like Be Quiet Pro, or a Noctua CP air cooler, or even not Black Noise. What's that other CPU air coolers I normally use? It's by Scythe CPU air coolers. Go with one of them. They are so super quiet, and the performance is great. Anyway, that's the whole point about this little quick update, or like what you should do now. Should you buy a computer now? Yes. If you're going to buy a computer now, go with the RTX 2060. That's as simple as it is. But tomorrow, I'm going to be obviously building this computer, and then going through all the bits and bobs about it. And then after that, then I'm going to put the games on and all this sort of stuff. And then before that, actually, I'm going to be getting a dongle up, showing you how to download Windows, and getting Windows on there for free, and then putting all your apps on, and making sure that this computer runs how it's meant to. Like when you go and buy a computer from the shop and it's already pre-built, and then basically you run it and you want it to be running quick and all the drivers work. So, if you like this video, subscribe, share, like, and follow me on all social media platforms. And at the bottom, merch store down below, if you want to buy something, Amazon links to all of this stuff, or any links that is going to be all there at the bottom. We get a kickback, and that means we can make more videos like this. Anyway, love all your faces. Roger and out. Subscribe, share, like, and follow me on social media platforms. Remember that. Yeah? Okay. Comment down below. See you soon. Thanks for watching.